by far the most damaged hair that I've ever worked on in my 30 years of being a hairdresser. Look at this. I mean, broken pieces on top, in the crown, in the back. It was time to get started, and I decided I was going to do multiple test strands. We didn't want to take any chances, even though she had been using K18 at home. I did, of course, there. I did some in the interior, and I also did some in the nape and let it process for 20 minutes. I decided to use So Color Sync Demi-Permanent by Matrix. And in my elasticity test, everything looked good, so it was time to go into the pro service. We wet her hair, and then I came in with the Chelator by K18. This removes the most 7 common minerals, and I let that sit for 4 minutes, 10 sprays per quadrant, and then it was time for the Molecular Repair Hair Mist. This restores 99% of elasticity, heals damage, and also prevents further damage. I let that sit for 4 minutes, and that was basically 80 sprays. Then I came in with my So Color Sync. I did 5N and 5NW. They have 10 volume. I actually wish they'd come out with 5. I used water and diluted it to 5 volume. I love K18. Let this process for 20 minutes, and I was just so grateful that Catherine was so trusting with us with her hair. Came in and rinsed it out. I used the Detox Shampoo by K18. That'll make sure that everything's out of her hair, and just to give her a nice clean slate to come in with the Molecular Repair Hair Mask. This is our pro service on her, but I was so surprised. Look at that. I feel like we got 100% gray coverage with Demi-Permanent So Color Sync. Use Philip, there he is, the Molecular Repair Hair Mask. We worked it through her mids and ends and let it sit for 4 minutes. You guys are going to have to go along this journey, and I hope you do. This was 10 hours. And also, we can't let you see the bride before her wedding day Friday, but look at that breakage. Next up, haircut by Philip. I hope you stay tuned.
When your client says, "You can give me any hair color."
Our guest fan was feeling really indecisive this day. So she came in, she's like, you know what? You can give me any haircut and do any hair color that you want. And of course, that made me really happy. I was feeling super creative that day. And Philip Wolf decided to do a bob on fan, and then I got to work. I came in with lightener, and I did 30 volume around the face. And you're probably wondering, well, why are you starting in the face? I always start my global bleach applications in most cases around the hairline and in the front of the hair, and then come and do the back. If you notice, I leave about 1/4 of an inch out, and I do super, super heavy saturation. Once I got it to a nice level 9, I came in and I applied it all over and did a bleach wash. I love purple. So I got some Glad cling wrap, and I kind of did a money piece color blocking, and I did a 9V in the back on the blonde there using tonal control. I love the color of their 9V. Did you see that formula? It's just really beautiful. And then I covered that piece with some Glad wrap, took the Glad wrap off the front, and I did like a light, beautiful purple, mixing 3 different shades together to do a light, bright purple money piece on Fan's hair. She had no idea what I was going to do. What I love about her, she always brings makeup to match any color that I do. Philip came in and did some texturizing, and you can see that bright purple money piece in there. What do you think? Do you love this color? Do you think it looks great on Fan? Do you think we made the right choice? I would love to hear from you, good or bad, love it or hate it. Sound off in the comments.
So, what do we have going on today?
I made the mistake of dyeing it after I had blonde put in because I didn't really like it anymore.
You did the brown first.
Mm-hmm.
She balayaged your hair with the brown. Okay, so that's probably why you didn't lift like as light as you could have, because you had previous color in your hair.
Right. Put red on top of it. I was trying to
What
do
kind of
like
red?
a magenta.
Magenta. Okay.
Yeah, but it turned out red.
Really want to lighten pretty much all your hair. This as well, or if we can remove the green. Are you open to anything? Are you open to any colors?
Yeah, it doesn't really matter.
Okay.
I love all colors.
Okay. Do you like how this is sitting around your face?
Maybe a little bit to where it doesn't get on my...
Cleaning them up a little bit?
Yeah, cleaning them up.
We're going to see what we get.
Okay.
And go from there and work some magic and pray to the hair gods and everything.
Yes.
You have any questions at all?
Nope. I'll just let you do your thing.
Alrighty. Gorgeous. Beautiful.
Beautiful.
So
I'm like an aquamarine queen.
you are.
Look
It's
at this.
gorgeous. Your bank looks fantastic.
I really like the flips. They're coming back.
And I feel like it helps pop them out even more. And I think it looks really good. Beautiful.
I look like a mermaid. I feel like a mermaid.
You do. You look stunning. Beautiful.
Make that pistol pop.
Okay, I'm parked at the front of the hair salon and I don't know what to do. I think I'm gonna go dark, but I'm so scared. My hair's so dirty. But I love my blonde hair, but I want to try something new. But now that my hair's like this, I'm like, maybe blonde does suit me. So I don't know. I've been blonde literally for like a long time. Come along on my hair journey. Oh my god. It's so dark. Holy shit.
That you feel the same.
Imagine the day they see you again. And you are just, well, better.
No, I don't think you understand. I'm obsessed.
Why didn't you call me back? And I'd be like, why are you so obsessed with me?
So this is how it feels like when you fall la 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 la, fall in la la la.
When your client says, "You can do anything you want to my hair."
Don't you just love it when your client comes in and you ask them what they want and they say, you know what, you can do anything you want to my hair today. That was what happened right here. And I was feeling super creative and wanted to do something really colorful. First, Philip Wolf Hair came in with this wolf shear and we gave her this really beautiful bob. If you see there, it was just like that perfect line. And then I came in with my lightener and 30 volume, leaving about a 1/4 inch at the base. I didn't use any plastic with the lightening process because I wanted to pull it through a little bit and get rid of a band. If you see there, we got a nice lift. And then I came in, I had no plan. I just started creating. I took really precise sections and I did a royal dark purple underneath and then a lighter violet. And then if you see on the left side, I did the royal purple shadow root and a lighter violet, and I did a color melt there. I went and got some mesh, and I had plastic saran wrap and then mesh separating. On the right side, I did a dark green, and then I did a lighter green with some conditioner blended with a neon yellow. If you see, I was feathering there. It was so important that I was super, super meticulous with this color. Also, when I rinsed, I used ice cold water, and I actually processed this for an hour and a half. There you see my placement. I had no idea what it was going to look like. And then I started to realize it was kind of a combination between a Venus flytrap and Mardi Gras hair. Philip came in and really just did that precision there and came in and texturized to really show off my color to the best of its ability. Let me know what you think about this. Really coming in with this razor on the neck. And then it was time for makeup. We wanted the makeup to perfectly match the color. And you're going to see it right here on Daisy. She's also a hairstylist, by the way, and a lovely person. What do you guys think? This DIY bleach hair disaster transformation part 2 was definitely one of the most damaged hair I have ever worked on. Steph actually dyed her hair brown and then tried to bleach it to blonde, and about 80% of her hair broke off at home. This is the color part. After doing multiple test strands and having her repair her hair, what I did first was I filled her hair with triple G. It was so important to fill her hair with gold. She had multiple bands and different colors throughout her broken hair, and the porosity was so off. After that, I did test strands using golds, neutrals, you name it. We said a little prayer, and we came in with the pH maintenance shampoo, really to restore the pH. And then the mist, of course, restores that elasticity to the hair. And then came in with the mask, which is great to do before any toning service. I obviously used all acidic color with super low volume on Steph for this part of the transformation. I came in and did fine weaves throughout her hair to address those bands. And as you see, the gold really filled. Like you can see that there's like some color in her hair. So that was a really great sign. And I came in with a combination of 8N and 8G. And I also did some NGAs in between each foil just to add a little bit of gold like beige to her hair to match the extensions that we chose. After 20 minutes, pulled out the foils. And if you see there, her hair was still really compromised. So we did another K18 molecular repair hair mask, rubbed it in my hands and worked it through her hair, let it sit for 4 minutes. And you can really see after 4 minutes, look at the difference just from what it looked like after rinse to there. Combed it through, there was very little hair in the brush, and here is the color. Stay tuned for part 3.
When your client says, just a trim but cut the dead ends.
Oh my God, girl. All right, meet Judy. She came in and said, I just kind of want a baby trim and I really want to go ash blonde. I feel like my hair's a little bit brassy. I was like, sis, first of all, you need to cut about 5 or 6 inches and you've got a lot of banding and spots in your hair. So this is going to be more like a color correction. So we kind of convinced her. She said, okay, then cut off the dead ends. She was a little shocked, but she got it and understood once we had that conversation. I came in and did a 2-point V balayage in the interior, and I laid it in foils just to give it a little bit extra power. And I really wanted to spot check all the different bands. She had like orange, yellow, and green bands in there in different sections. And then we came in and we did some TZ lights insulated in foil, and we double saturated them. Really wanted to get like a heavy blend there with the teas so it was nice and blended. And we insulated those in foils. After about 45 minutes, it wasn't budging, And so what we did is we reapplied, we added a towel on top and some heat, and then it got to that lift. Look at this. Yes, clean lift. We gave you a triple pull here for your viewing pleasure, but we were so happy with this lift. We were able to break through all those bands and it was time to tone. Actually used a double ash and a natural ash over the top here to really, get all that brass out of there. And we had that nice like level 10 lift. Look at the results. What do you think of this ash blonde? Look at how much healthier Judy's hair looks. In the end, she was really happy and thankful that we had that conversation with her. Look at it. It's gorgeous. Do you think we ate? Did we leave no crumbs? I think so. Let us know in the comments.
Come get the worst depression hair I've ever had fixed with me at Reggie Salon. It's seriously bad when you have 2 hairdressers brushing your hair for hours. Thank you, Aki, for saving my hair. I went to 2 places before this one and they said they were gonna have to cut off my hair and she only cut off this small piece. What did happen? Depression, issues. I am both sad and dead inside. Play sad music in background as I talk about how depressed I am. So I want to talk about the side of depression that people don't like seeing on the internet or talking about, which is when you become so exhausted from existing, your hair, your room, and low-key your life starts to deteriorate. During the pandemic, I started to realize that maybe I'm not that mentally ill and low functioning, just existing in capitalism during a literal pandemic. A comment I get all the time is like, where did you go? And I just want to remind people how fake social media is, and that people who you think are funny online, I swear to God, are the most depressed people in the world. So this video is dedicated to my severely depressed icons. For people who feel like their bad mental health has taken years of life from them. For the ones that people think are funny but are never really joking. For those of us who were depressed before the pandemic but can't believe how much worse things got during this time. Talking about mental health is not attention seeking. We really do live in a society that stigmatizes mental health but mourns when people unalived. It is important to reach out for help because even the worst situations and hair days that seem impossible to get out of won't last.
We'll begin the curl-ups now. Ready? Begin. Up. Down. 1. Up. Down. 2. Up. Down. 3. Up. Down.
Give me all your numbers so I can phone you.
Imagine the day they see you again. And you are just, well, better.
I want to do a bleach and color. I had like a copper red. Is it okay to bleach over it?
We can bleach, but this is your natural hair for the roots, right?
Yeah.
This part go quite light, like a brown color, but maybe this top hair get like a gingerish brown.
I wanted to go like ash pink or something like this.
It's like a pink and gray.
Yeah, like a mix.
Do you want to go more like a gray or pink? If we cannot do this, the gray is maybe difficult.
I want it really cool, like a cool tone.
Yeah, most of the time it's difficult to go cool tone from the light color, but the color is faded out, right?
Yeah,
then
I did it like half a year ago.
We can go like a pink is okay, but it's not whitey pink. More like a deeper pink is possible. Can we bleach first? Then let's talk about which color you choose.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, let's do.
Kissing and hope the cutters, whether they like it or not. I wanna show you up, I wanna show you up. I wanna brag about it, I wanna tie the knot.
Imagine the day they see you again. And you are just, well, better.
3, 2, 1, blank.
A little context if you care to listen. I've signed myself in a shit position. The man that I love sat me down last night and he told me that it's over, done decision. And I don't wanna feel how my heart is ripping. In fact, I don't wanna feel, so I'll stick to sipping. And I'm out on the town with a simple mission. In my little black dress and the shit is singing. Just a heartbroken bitch, high heels, 6 inch in the back of the nightclub, sipping champagne. I don't trust any of these bitches I'm with in the back of the taxi, sniffing cocaine.
I don't want to turn this into a competition, but like, I win. Keep it a stack.
I've already seen the thumbnail to this. The transformation is actually fucking insane. Like one of the craziest things you'll ever see. We're going right in with the bleach. I have to be honest, I've never seen anybody bleach hair like this in my entire life. He just holds the hair up and just starts taking little pieces down with the brush. It works for him, I guess. Also, the guy's hair is luckily short enough that he's not gonna get hot roots when he colors his hair like this, like all at once, without doing the mids and ends first, because it's really hard on short hair to do that. You don't really need to. If the hair's all laid on top of itself, it's gonna have the heat from the scalp distributed evenly throughout the entire hair strand, so it'll be fine. He's laying that bleach on there, getting it on there precisely with every single hair strand covered completely and perfectly. And I love to see it. When you're doing men's color and the hair is this short, I totally recommend combing the lightener through. But try and use a wide tooth comb because otherwise you can remove the lightener from the hair and you'll end up with spotting. But definitely combing through is a great idea. This guy has the most insane head of hair. Like it is the most luscious, beautiful hair ever. And oh my God, he is blonde as fuck. This color doesn't look very metallic to me. It looks like pastel, but we'll see what happens. He's coloring that hair with one hand. One hand and a dream. Whatever floats your boat. I mean, dude.
To a level 10 in one session, and these are the things they don't tell you about. My session was over 10 hours long, so let's dive in. We started off by taking out my weft extensions and doing 2 rounds of color remover. My natural hair color is probably a level 3, but I had a gloss on it to make it a level 2 to match with my hair extensions. Once we lifted the gloss, we started the bleaching process, which I have no idea how many rounds we did, but I was in the chair for a while, and boy oh boy was I in pain when that bleach hit the scalp. People warn you about like, oh, it's gonna hurt, like just beware, but they don't tell you like at what capacity. Like my scalp was blistering. I had open wounds on my head because it is a fucking chemical burn, and no one tells you that. I was whimpering, I was ready to tap out, I was ready to leave. No one tells you that, so I'm gonna tell you that. I'm gonna keep it real. Then we bleached my eyebrows, but when I got home the next morning, my entire scalp had scabbed over. By the end of week 1, those said scabs were now flaking off. It wasn't like dandruff, like it was much worse than dandruff. Ugh, gross. I'm still squeamish. As you can imagine, my hair is pretty damaged after this appointment, so I have had to do a lot to nurse it back to health. Let me know if you want a video on what I did for aftercare, but it has now been 5 weeks since I did this to my hair, and I go in next week to get my extensions put in, so let me know if you want a part 2.
Make that pistol pop.
Kukulim chicken.
j'espère que vous allez bien les gars. Oh, moi je suis trop de bonne humeur. Pourquoi? Parce qu'aujourd'hui je vais chez le coiffeur et vous allez venir avec moi sous forme de vlog. Go le métro, rendez-vous dans le 1er arrondissement. Du coup je me suis rendue chez Mods Hair et là il me coupait les pointes. Les gars c'est devenu trop mon pote, on faisait que rigoler, je l'aime trop. Puis il a fait quelque chose qu'on m'a pas fait il y a des années, il m'a désépaissi les cheveux. J'étais trop triste en fait, je me suis dit ça y est j'ai plus rien. Là il était en train de me gratter le crâne, ça faisait trop du bien pour laisser agir le soin sur mes longueurs. Il m'a donné plein d'astuces que je vous donnerai pas. Là, il était en train de m'apprendre à coiffer ma frange parce qu'en fait, j'ai 2 épis. D'ailleurs, il a trop bien coiffé ma frange. Après, il m'a fait un petit brushing, ça a fait du bien à mon crâne. Et là, regardez les résultats. Et du coup, je vous ai pas dit, mais j'ai coupé que 2 cm sur les longueurs parce qu'il a dit que mes pointes étaient en bonne santé. Slay. Et il m'a dégradé légèrement sur l'avant de la tête histoire de dégager mon visage. Regardez comme... Ouais, mais en vrai, le résultat, il est pas incroyable en fait. Chez Mods Hair, ils sont spécialisés pour enlever les fourches aux ciseaux. Et regardez le résultat, je suis trop contente. Je confie ma tête à peu de personnes, mais eux, les yeux fermés. Bisous! Je m'en voudrais tout pour moi si je dois vous laisser.
Alright, so some of you told me to get this specific hair balm and use it on my wavy hair. So let's try it. I'm just gonna break the cast and brush it out. This is my favorite part of the whole routine. It's so satisfying. And what I usually do is that I'll put a little bit of oil and then hairspray, and that's like my final look. But today I'm gonna skip that part and I'm gonna go straight with the balm. This is what it looks like. I'm gonna grab maybe just this much. This is barely anything. I'm gonna do how she did. Maybe I should grab a little bit more. Ooh, it looks a little bit more shiny. I'm gonna brush it out one more time and we'll see. Alright, so I brushed it out. Okay, so I think I applied a little bit too much on this side, but yeah, it's nice and I really like that it really gets rid of all these flyaways at the top and it adds shine. So yeah.